You shouldn't be late.
Plenty of time.
Not if you miss the 6:20. They only go every hour after that, you know.
I'm not on duty till 7. Anyway, I'm walking. Got one or two things to do in the village.
Things?
People to see. Don't fuss, Mum.
You and Kevin had words again last night.
Oh, kept you awake, did we?
Oh, Glenda, naturally your father and I are concerned about you.
Oh, I know Dad is. But I can't say I've seen much of it from you lately.
That's because I think you're wrong.
To want a baby?
Look, you're forcing Kevin to do something he doesn't want to do. Just when you've made things up and you're happy again. Why can't you be content with what you've got? You've got a nice house, a good husband, your whole life ahead of you. Why have you got to put it all at risk?
I just want it, Mum. Haven't you ever felt that? That if you didn't get it, nothing else mattered?
You're not the first woman you know can't have a baby. And anyway, Kevin's agreed to adopt later on.
I don't want to wait 3 years to have somebody else's baby. I want mine now.
You're going the wrong way about it, aren't you? I mean, the more you push it, the more he's going to dig his heels in, and I don't blame him.
Oh, I'll talk him round. I've got to. You see, Mum, you don't understand. There was never any question about you and Dad having a family. We just happened naturally. You don't know what it's like when someone tells you you can't have them. Or the miracle it is when you find out that you can, after all.
Might, not can. There's no guarantee, is it? Suppose it goes wrong.
But it's a chance, Mum. Let me try.
Well, suppose you do and it all goes wrong. What then? You're going to feel worse than ever, aren't you? And all that money's gone to waste.
Why do you and Kevin have to harp on about money all the time? If we can afford a house, we can afford a baby. Oh, I'm going.
You're going to end up with nothing at all, my girl, if you're not very careful. Oh, Arthur, not in here. Outside. Leave him in the kitchen.
Got rid of a lot of rubbish on that bonfire.
I know you did. Gosh, you could hardly breathe in here, and we should have the neighbours complaining.
It's after 6. Glenda gone?
Yes, just. She's nearly late. She'll get a telling off from Paul Ross.
Only one thing on her mind. That's the trouble.
She's just building up a lot of unhappiness for herself, Arthur. I wish she wouldn't encourage her.
Why are you so dead against it, Kath? Other women have done it. Take a look at that book and see the photographs of those babies. You'll soon change your tune.
Yes, I know. I ought to read it for her sake, I suppose. I just can't bring myself to somehow. Creating babies in a test tube.
A dish. That's how it all starts. Marvellous when you think of it.
Why can't she have her babies naturally like other women? It seems so unfair. I don't know why I'm upsetting myself so much. I suppose it all come at once, really. Glenda with her outlandish ideas and you talking about retiring.
Does it bother you that much, Kath? The thought of me without a job?
Yes, it does. Not like the thought of you getting older, you see. Retirement seems to bring it closer somehow.
Ah, well, it was only an idea.
You mean you'll stay on?
Yes, if that's what you want. Oh, I dare say you're right. I expect I'll have missed the old place.
Oh, thanks, love. Oh, we'll retire together, eh? And then we'll have saved enough of that little bungalow by the sea.
Aye.
Shaheen, has there been a mistake here? Mrs. Trowbridge, she's down here for table 4 alone, but she usually eats in a chalet.
No mistake, Mr. Ross. She asked me to be sure it was understood that she'd eat in the restaurant.
Oh, good. Good. That's all right, then. Thank you very much. Hello. No doubt you haven't been to the casino and you're not going tonight. Mrs. Hamilton's going to think it very odd if after all the trouble you went through to get a temporary membership, you don't have a flutter there at all.
I didn't go to the trouble, you did, with Richard Lord. And you left me no choice. I went there last night.
Oh, good. How was it?
Wasn't good at all. I don't know one end of a roulette table from the other. I lost.
Oh, no doubt Richard Lord kept your indebtedness out of the books.
Oh, he wasn't there. He was having a night off. His deputy accountant dealt with me.
Not too severely, I hope.
I was able to settle up, if that's what you mean. I usually do when I lose. Do you?
I don't really know the answer to that, never having lost.
Well, then let's just hope that the old saying is true.
That there's always a first time?
Yes, and it's always the worst.
Tell me all about your first times over a drink, huh?
No, I'm booked for a drink tonight.
With whom?
With me.
Set up my usual. I'll be 5 minutes.
Be as long as you like. I shan't be waiting. My usual, please, Martyn.
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Ross. Mr. Ross as usual.
Well, to me it means that even though you only asked for a provisional valuation, they want current and comprehensive figures for the whole month. Now, I can give you the figures for the takings up to the night before last. The rest as they fall.
Yes, well, don't worry about last night. I took the figures with me.
You went to the casino last night?
Yes. It was your night off. I thought I ought to supervise. I saw her there.
Oh, Miss... What is her name?
Marshall.
Do you want some change, Martyn?
Yes, please. Well, how did she get on? Win or lose?
I didn't watch. I just saw her arrive. I seem to see her everywhere. She's a sort of pimpernel.
That damned elusive Miss Scarlet Pimpernel?
She's scarcely elusive. She's always under my nose. Out in the reception, in the restaurant, in the casino, and now here.
I wouldn't mind if she was always under my nose.
I sometimes get the uneasy feeling that she's seeing me more than I'm seeing her.
Last night's accounts, you've got all the checks, IOUs, chits and so forth?
Yes, I'll top them up tonight. And you can collect them tomorrow unless I come to the casino, in which case I'll bring them with me. I'll let you know.
Oh, thank you for the drink. Miss Marshall? Miss Marshall? My usual's a gin.
Doesn't any man have his own money for a drink around here?
Oh, I heard that you gambled last night. A girl like you could hardly lose. Why don't you spread it around a bit?
And a gin. And before you ask Malcolm, have one on me as well.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, she's ever so pleased.
Good.
She tell you?
Yeah.
No, I had some shampoo somewhere. Yeah. It's a very nice thing to do. Have I left it in the kitchen? Don't you think?
What?
It was nice.
What are you talking about?
Fetching Benny.
Oh, there.
Yeah. She was worried you wouldn't be able to find him.
Oh, well, I've got the makings of a detective, haven't I?
Here, look at me. It was nice.
It was terrific. I'm one of the good guys. I wish our little old ladies across the street next.
What's wrong with that? They've got to get across somehow.
Nothing's wrong with it. But it's not what I joined the force for. If I'd want to be a lollipop man, I'd have applied.
Still on a downer. Give it time, eh?
Like how long, though?
Well...
Till I get numb to it. Till I settle for second best,
Well, not necessarily. Just something different. They did say, didn't they? There are other ways to progress.
Sure, I'll be a dab hand at pen pushing.
Oh, sweetheart.
I have been over and over this thing time and again, and they are wrong. I'm not being pig-headed. I've looked at it coldly, analysed it. I was pacing myself through the course, and I would have come good, but they couldn't see it. So, what I'm going to have to do now is somehow or other prove them wrong.
Is our Mr. Paul on restaurant duty tonight?
Oh, I never know. He says he's a law unto himself.
Yes, he told me that too. Do you believe him?
Why not?
Could only be a line to impress a rather cool girl.
Oh, I didn't think he noticed whether girls were cool or not.
That's the first real lie I've heard you utter. Come along.
What?
Let's sit here, shall we? I'm sorry about that, but I detected an eavesdropper at the bar. Cheers.
Cheers.
What's a cloak and dagger?
Kate Hamilton's become suspicious about Gina, and I have reason to feel that she should reciprocate.
I thought I made it plain. I'm not going to be pushed around by either of you. I can't see anything wrong with Kate Hamilton. Except she doesn't like me very much.
You're far too trusting. Your father left a will. I bet you don't even know what's in it.
Not exactly. How could I? You two have made it very difficult for me to turn up anywhere under my real name and have a look at it.
Doesn't it bother you, Gina, not knowing what your father provided for you or did not provide?
Well, leave this to me, Mr. Ross. I think I know more about it than you do. On the face of things, Kate Hamilton gets the casino, and you get everything else. Surprised?
No. He always said he'd provide for me, and that he thought of Kate Hamilton as his wife, and that he'd provide for her too.
Yes, but without the casino, what does that leave you?
Look, I don't want a casino. Gambling bores me. I don't even know how to play cards properly.
Yes, well, you should play a strong card now.
What?
I don't believe that the document in circulation was your father's last will and testament. And if that's the case, I think you should apply for a stay of settlement of that will. I believe a codicil might turn up.
When do you expect this codicil to turn up?
In time to see that Kate Hamilton doesn't get what she's not entitled to, and that Gina gets what she is entitled to. Well, thanks for the drink.
You bought it?
Which? The drink, or what he tried to make me swallow?
You don't trust that man.
Or anyone else who teams up with him.
But you trust Kate Hamilton?
Yeah? Boom! Oh, I thought it was a buzzing in my ears.
Answer it for me, will you?
What's it worth? Ooh. Hello? That's right. Yeah, sure. Hello?
Oh, is that you, Ash?
Dad?
Who else do you know in Singapore? How are you?
Fine. What are you doing there?
Working, what else?
Well, I thought that was Hong Kong.
No, I'll wrap that one up. Listen, is Sharon there?
Yeah, she's just in the bath.
Oh. Look here, is there some kind of panic going on over there?
You could say that.
Well, what's up?
Well, David Hunter's doing his nut about the garage.
Yeah, I'm gonna let him.
That's easy for you to say, but they're hanging on some sort of answer, and there's been an offer on the house.
How much?
Well, 90,000.
So what are we doing, giving it away?
OK, so what do I say, then?
Keen, are they?
Well, they seem to be, yeah.
Well, tell them to think again.
How's Mum?
Spending money? No, as a matter of fact, she's great. This trip's doing her the world of good. She's going back to Malta by boat.
Boat?
Yeah, cruise.
And what about you?
Oh, can't afford the time, can I?
Why are you playing so hard to get, Dad?
What do you mean playing? I am hard to get. Listen, there's a lot of action going on out here. And as a matter of fact, I could do with a little more lolly in the kitty, so see if you can get them up to 95,000 for the house, all right?
OK. What about the garage?
Oh, that's different. That's earning.
But yeah, but something needs to be said. I mean, Sharon's going spare.
Well, you can handle that, can't you?
Yeah. Dad, couldn't you pop over and sort it out yourself?
Pop over? What, from Singapore?
Yeah.
That's out of the question, isn't it?
Why?
Well, I mean, circumstances. Anyway, you know as well as I do.
Look, Eddie Lee's out the way. Nobody's seen sight and sound of him for ages. And who else knows, eh?
Is this on the level?
Sure.
You wouldn't kid your old man, would you?
Oh, come on, Dad.
And you would like me to come home?
Of course I would, yes.
Well, I suppose I could come back. I could sort it all out and be back in Malta in time to meet your mother. What's the weather doing over there?
Cold and raining.
Lovely. Listen, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll get a flight as soon as I can and be back there. Give me up to Sharon. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Who was it? On the phone, Fuzz.
Dad?
Reg!
Yeah, he's coming home.
Hurry up. Mr. Paul's on the warpath.
He hasn't been asking for me, has he?
No, but he's been casting his beady eyes. I'm sure he noticed.
Who cares? I've been to see the doctor at the group practice. It's much more important than Mr. Paul.
Did you ask about...
Yeah, of course I did. I've made an appointment. They're going to let me know when.
Have you told Kevin?
No. Don't know how I'm going to get around that.
Get round it, Glenda. He is part of the package deal.
Yeah, well, I'll worry about that when the time comes.
Hey up.
Late again, I see, Glenda. More romantic fiction?
I had to see the doctor, Mr. Paul. I've got his telephone number if you want to check.
That won't be necessary. Change your apron. It's soiled.
It was clean on this morning.
Change it.
Look, I'm dying to tell you all about it, but we can't really talk here. Can I come back to your place for coffee after
Yeah,
work?
sure you can. We'll probably have it to ourselves. I never see Sharon these days.
I'll go to the staff room and ring Mum. You cover for me, all right?
OK.
Expect you when we see you. Right. Do you want your father to pick you up from work? You sure? All right. You be careful, don't you be late. And if you miss the bus, mind you get a taxi. Bye. Gone round to Diane's for coffee. Be a change for her. Perhaps she'll come back in a better mood.
How does this sound? Dear Mr. Billington, I was very pleased to receive your letter and will be delighted to accept your kind invitation to the annual awards dinner. I regret that my wife will be unable to accompany me this year owing to a previous engagement.
You don't have to make silly excuses for me. Just tell them the truth. I'm not coming because of what they did to Mac.
But that's all in the past. I can't put that anyway. How are you getting on with it?
I haven't understood a word yet.
Yeah. Someone understand, you mean?
It's something I can't accept as easily as you. I hope Glenda can go through all this. I just can't understand.
Yeah, well, you've never been in her situation, have you?
Even so. I mean, the time it takes. And you're not sure for weeks, are you?
Not all that different from a normal conception, then.
Oh, Arthur.
Just keep an open mind, that's all I ask. Look at it as a medical breakthrough, like kidney transplants. I mean, they were considered impossible and outlandish years ago, and look how many lives are saved now.
That reminds me. I found your donor card on the floor this morning.
Oh, must have fallen out of my wallet. What'd you do with it?
On the mantelpiece.
Oh, right.
Still, it's not quite the same, is it?
Hey?
I mean, this. Transplants are essential. I mean, without them, people would die. But this, well, it's just experimenting for the sake of it, isn't it?
Well, I doubt if Glenda or any woman who can't have children would look at it like that.
Can you recall her at all, Edgar? Was she obviously lost and settled with you in Richard's absence? No, I don't want to put ideas into your head, so you tell me. Yes, young and pretty. Mm-hmm. Hair? What was she wearing? Yes, I see. No, thank you, Edgar. That was a very good description. No. No irregularity. Fiscally speaking, anyway. I'll probably see you tomorrow at the casino. Yes. Good night, Edgar. Shaheen, have you noticed whether Miss Marshall has gone out tonight? She is. Thank you.
Said that he called at 7 o'clock.
All right. Thank you very much.
Could you come into the office a moment? Did you write this check last night at the casino?
Yes.
Did you sign your own name on it?
Yes.
Then sit down. Sit down. Perhaps, Miss Moran, you would like to tell me why you've been passing yourself off to me as a Miss Marshall. I am waiting, Miss Moran,